All right, all right. Should be streaming to both sites now. So just wanted to give a little bit of head time to set things up on both sides there. Looks like we're good here. Looks like we're good on YouTube as well. So we can go on and get on into some of the documents we have. What's up, guys? So switch over to the main capture. So first thing we're gonna check out, we got this court document right here. We're gonna try and find the court document. Kind of got a little bit of a tip that this might be a little fishy here, but we're gonna read through some of this. This is a good letter to read through. It's a little funny, but this is all about Alex, Michael Caton, Michael Alexander Caton. So I guess he goes by his middle name. So to the honorable judge, I guess this is about his housing situation, something like that. We've had many crimes against us, my son in particular. The last official judge noticed, so he's been having some trouble, and that there's been a couple back and forth events, and I guess this is kind of some of their reasoning as to why they weren't able to get back and respond to things. So you're gonna read through some of this. My son and I have physical disabilities. I'm not sure what physical disability Alex has. Haven't heard that before, but I guess he has physical disabilities. We tried to make the hearing, couldn't make it. Long story short, dire events occurred. The last one being that Alex was assaulted, drugged, tortured, and left for dead. They have solid evidence, and no one will help us because they're afraid for their safety. So I guess Alex has been possibly drugged, raped, and had some disability at one time. On December 4th, I arrived home to find my son Alex drugged, tortured, and left for dead. He had been falsely arrested on November 25th. Not only falsely, but unlawfully. No Miranda rights, no first appearance, and a ridiculous bail set for a crime that he didn't do. Didn't do nothing, guys. He was arrested when we were both asked to come to ID the criminal who broke into his apartment after he reported illegal entry by management. So I guess the claim here is that the management of the place that he lives at were all felons. So not only was he falsely and unlawfully arrested, but while he was in the hospital, his narcotic scripts for his physical disabilities were stolen from him. Allegedly, I guess, by somebody who had lived in his units. The sheriff's detectives and the management of the area, who are known felons, and non-residents who are also known felons. Jesus, so many felons around this area. And maintenance staff are all involved, and yet none of them have been arrested. Putting aside the fact that if they're all felons, I'm going to guess that at some point they were probably arrested, and that's how they became a felon. So it goes on to say, his public defender is working against him. My son is extremely sick, and if not better today, must go to the hospital per doctor's orders. I haven't slept for 3 nights at all, and I did not receive this notice until 9:30 a.m. I can barely move with my own disabilities. I plead for emergency stay of writ of eviction as we are disabled and unable to move our boxes, which have been packed and ready to move for the last 2 or 3 months, I guess. So this is some kind of some funny stuff over here. Over here we got the last bit of this letter. My son shone a light on corruption when we reported a suspicious sheriff at our door that refused to give his card or show his ID and or badge number. What's your badge number? He became very angry when he gave us his info to help the supposed open burglary case and illegal entry. And my son had just gotten home from the hospital and was weak. So I'm not sure what physical disability Alex has had before. Hadn't heard this one before, but I guess that's some fishy stuff. Now, apparently I'd been told that these signatures don't match up and aren't correct, and the dates are written in a little bit of an odd way. So there's been some doubt on the legitimacy of this entire letter, but possibly some of the events inside of it are true, but not the entire thing. So I'm going to try and find this case number, 13-10653-CO40. So I got the court database open over here. See if I can just go over here and do Caton, first name, Michael. And then, let's see, can we go by case number? Don't think we, oh wait, maybe we can go by case number. We can go by case number. Alright, let me just pull this down real fast so I can reference it as I'm typing here. So we're going to look for 13-10653-C0-40. And we'll just go ahead and search for this case, see if this comes up. And I'm going to possibly guess that that's a no on that one. 13-10653-C0 or CO-40. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and search for that. No cases. So, that letter might not be exactly correct, sadly. As entertaining as the letter is, I was told that some of the events still are true in it. Alex had even said before on stream with Andy previously that he had some trouble with the sheriffs in his county. Now, the exact details, I don't know what issues he had before. But he had said that they're pretty corrupt over there. I know that they've had some trouble before there anyways. But we'll just go ahead and look up some cases that go by his name as is, because there's quite a number of them. So to save some time, I've already pulled it up and downloaded it so we can look at the exact aim charges brought against him, the assaults and simple assaults and felony assaults. So these charges were pressed on Alex by the people who are named in this document. So aggravated assault against Alex on this date of birth. So on the 14th of April 2019, at this location, did then intentionally and unlawfully threaten to do violence to Charles Bateman while having the apparent ability to carry out said threat, and did create a well-founded fear in Charles Bateman that such violence was imminent, and in the commission of said assault did use a deadly weapon, aka a gun, a loaded semi-auto pistol, so it was a loaded gun. So I remember back when we were looking at the footage originally, there was some question as to whether or not the gun was loaded. This here says that it was loaded, and I've heard that Alex said that when he was talking on the phone, he was only referring to after the fact he had disarmed the weapon. A better description of which the state attorney is unknown, but he had pointed it directly at Charles Bateman with the pistol, the defendant at the time of the assault not having the intent to kill Bateman. The defendant engaged in a verbal altercation with the victim and with two other people and then walked away. So that'd be in front of the bar, they'd had the verbal altercation and then walked away. However, shortly after, the defendant re-engaged with the victim and another verbal altercation ensued, which led to a small physical altercation. The defendant then pulled his firearm and pointed it at the victim while he was attempting to walk away. Just walk away, but aim, in which was not deemed to be a deadly force situation. A video of the incident was made on scene and reviewed by myself. So having that video footage to basically damn himself in a sense there really sucked. So that would be the first count of felony assault. So this would be against Charles Bateman. Basically same thing. Then we have the second. This would be aggravated assault, so this would be a second charge. This one would be against Brendan Schembri. It reads the same. So there's two counts. This is aggravated assault. This will be the third count against Adam Turk. Once again, reads the same. And then continuing on, we have the assault simple. And this one reads, so Alex did then, and there intentionally and unlawfully, threatened to do violence to Brendan Schembri. So this would be against the name from the first assault that we read. Brendan Schembri, to wit, point and activated a taser in the victim's direction. Apparently that's enough to get an assault charge. During a verbal altercation, the defendant produced a taser and activated said taser and attempted to jab the victim with it, despite the victim attempting to walk away. Post Miranda, the defendant stated he carries it for personal protection. However, I deem the situation unnecessary for the threat of a use of a taser. So these would be the descriptions and charges brought against Alex. The 3 counts of felony assault and 1 account of simple assault. So just to bring this back up, might want to replay the footage real fast of the simple assault, because this one's kind of funny. Let me grab the Let me grab the super cut real fast and pull up the tasing incident. Where was that? There it is. Copy link address. Let's watch this one more time. And we'll skip on over.
My name's Jaworski and I hate.
So you're gonna walk right now, you fuck? Or something.
And we'll skip ahead.
Back off. You're ready.
Fuck you!
Enough.
So that would be his simple assault.
Hit me with it, motherfucker!
Get away.
Hit me with it! Alex.
Back the fuck off.
Guy, you lucky enough to fuck out? Fuck with me now.
Back off.
Fuck with me, you
Back off. You're ready.
Fuck you!
Enough.
Guy,
Get away.
you want your shit?
So that would be the simple assault. We got to go back and review some of the footage there, but apparently this was a group of 5 people, not 3 people. So we'll go back through and we'll look at some of that. Yeah, security guards basically did nothing in that situation, but that was deemed to have not been a situation necessary for the threat of the use of a taser. By the way, I haven't seen Failure recently either. So that's that. We got some more stuff to read through though. So on his record, because in Florida, the whole meme of Florida Man exists so largely because Florida has a lot of open court documents that you can go through and read, which is why so many of these cases from Florida get published. So we can actually go through and look at some of the other ones. He's been also guilty of DUI, driving under the influence. He tried to get, so it wasn't him being charged with stalking, but rather him trying to get stalking charges on somebody else. So we can go ahead and look into here. And if you just kind of read through here without getting through the legal verbiage, apparently Alex claims that he was at one time being stalked by somebody. And because he was being stalked to such a degree, and sadly there's no court documents, so we'd have to probably hear from him himself, but he thinks he was stalked at one point and had actually filed charges against someone claiming stalking, and they never got enforced, or he never got a settlement out of this or anything. So don't know too many details on that side, but we can keep on going through the DUI charges. So these are recent too, the DUI. Let's see if I can get the dates on this one. This one was the DUI was from January 1st is when he was driving under the influence, got his DUI. So probably at a New Year's Eve party, and that lasted of 2018, and that went all the way into November 30th of 2018. Where he had he originally plead no contender, but then later on, the disposition was he was guilty. He had the sentencing was basically 12 months, early termination of probation upon the completion of conditions. So if he completed DUI school and completed 50 hours of community service, then his probation would be ended early. So it's because he kept missing court. Oh, well, that does make sense because there's a lot of pretrial, acknowledgement, pretrial. Yeah, so maybe he did keep missing court. So apparently he had at that point completed the community service and he did attend DUI school. But if he didn't do that in time, what it says right here is within 10 months, fine cost condition, no alcohol, no bars, vehicle impound waived, DUI school. So he had to pay basically $1,500 for this. So that'd be the DUI he has on his record. Possibly, I guess there'd be a potential to get this removed from his record. But yeah, so he's got DUI, unlawfully going over the speed, criminal mischief. I don't know much about this criminal mischief case. We'll go ahead and look into that one real fast. See if that one will load right now. See if there's any documents that we can look into. No documents in this one, but if I do remember correctly, there were 2 psychological evaluations done within this court case. So he had been evaluated psychologically. So possibly, thanks for reloading. Stupid page. I guess he possibly had been trying to claim maybe criminal insanity or something. I don't know too much about this. And again, there's nothing going through here that really gives you any indication of what all went on. But yeah, I managed to get a felony criminal mischief. Restitution $500. Violation of probation if it gets reopened. He pled guilty to this. So I don't know what all is involved into this one. Interesting scenario to get into, but having these letters where he was claiming possibly or supposedly claiming, I don't know what the truth to this letter is, but I do know that I've heard that some of these events might have been true. Where someone broke into his apartment, stole his meds, where he was saying that he was drugged and raped and tortured, all this stuff. It says right here, last one was assault, drugged, tortured, left for dead, and there's evidence supposedly. So if there's any truth to this letter, it'd be interesting to ever hear or see. But it sounds like Alex has quite an interesting history, quite a bit to it. And then this is the last little bit of information that had surfaced recently that I'd seen. I'm sure you all know where this information surfaces. But for the account of 3 counts of aggravated felony assault and 1 count of simple assault, the state attorney, having taken testimony under oath at the state attorney investigation, concludes that the facts and circumstances revealed do not warrant prosecution at this time. Dated May 31st, 2019. So this one's super recent, as in 1, 2, 3 days ago. Holy shit. It seems, looking at this document right here, it seems that they had dropped the charges. And so, quite interesting. So from what I know, looking at all this, it would be that the people who had pressed charges were the 3 individuals from that night who were fighting with failure. And they had apparently pressed charges against Alex. And now, 3 days ago or whatever, the state attorney has determined that it doesn't warrant prosecution and it's going to be dropping the charges. So that would be kind of the conclusion and ending in that sense would be I guess he kind of got away with that one. But it's interesting to me to see kind of where this entire case came from, went to, and ended up. And there's got to be more details about this too, especially considering some of the roommate stuff prior. Did Alex show the gun when he tased the guy? No, the gun came out later on. Now, there's some other stuff. They are declining to prosecute. There's a difference. Okay, that's interesting. That would be the official wording on it. And anyone who thought he was going to get charged, yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. Just reading through chat right here. Still open for civil action? I don't think that anything else is going to happen, likely because the people who had pressed the charges were all from Canada. Freaking Canadians, man, they're crazy apparently. But I don't think any more charges will be pressed. So the one thing I did want to see was apparently at the end of that whole footage. Now they have it in this one. At the end, I don't know if I included it. Yeah, I probably don't have it here. We'll have to go for the actual original video. But apparently there was 5 people from this pack of guys, from the group of guys. And 2 of them had walked past, and we'll have to go back. I'll have to find the footage later. They walked back past as Andy and this white cop over here were talking, and they had said sorry basically as they went by. And the other 3 were possibly going to get charged with public disorderly conduct, I believe. So it's surprising to me but at the same time, kind of not surprising that this was the outcome. Kind of, you know, what you would expect when you see two people getting in a fight and neither party being in the right, essentially. Oh, chat's going by real fast. Hold on, it's catching up. 1 second. We need a wall on the Canadian border. Actually, I do believe there's something like there's a good amount of Canadian immigrants also. So maybe we do need a northern border also. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. Alex has the gun on him at 1020 on that video, and he's still walking towards them. So let me go check 1020. 1021, you said? But it might be... I hope you're referring to this video. Oh, yeah, I think you are. All right, so let's play. Let's see what you got on this one.
Guys, go, Alex.
So about 10 seconds here. Ah, dude, do enjoy watching that part right there.
Stay back, stay back, stay back.
I've got a fucking gun, motherfucker.
Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
So right there is what you're talking about, right? Where he was walking towards them. Stay back. But yeah, it's enjoyable that Florida has such open court documents that you can just read through like that. Didn't they assault failure? I would technically say, yeah, that would be I think battery in this case, since they actually hit him. I don't remember the exact wording on the verbiage, but stay back, stay back. Court documents are incorrect. I don't think so. Court documents are basically the outcome of all this. What about failure saying to shoot? Up in the air. I guess kind of in this circumstance, there's no right party. You know, everyone in this sense is wrong. You know, you got people attacking after getting in an argument, and people basically, quote unquote, defending themselves with lethal options in a non-lethal fight. So, I guess you want to make sure you know your rights before pulling guns on people just in the middle of Florida roads. Why is that a felony charge? It's a felony charge because of the use of force. If it becomes a felony when you use deadly force, or if you are in the act or planning to commit a felony, it also becomes assault. Have the courts reviewed our memes? The courts have reviewed the whole footage, I believe, not the memes, which is a shame. They should have reviewed the memes. So Alex is getting off better than we thought. I would say, yeah. I would say Alex is kind of, in this sense, coming out in a positive outcome for him. Listening to you discuss law is awful. I'm not a lawyer. I am a armchair lawyer, basically. I am looking at the court documents, reading through, and not knowing Florida law to any significant degree. But I just had to have a couple laughs at some of this. Go through and see what chat had to say about this. It could be because the escalation by woke bros and Andy being terrified probably creates enough of doubt where the prosecutor declined to pursue it. Yeah, it's an interesting scenario. I think Alex might be willing to talk about some of it. Would be interesting to kind of get his take, see if he had anything to say. Nick Rekieta would also be another one who might know more than I do about law for sure. What are your thoughts on the hackening? In my opinion, it's bullshit, made up stuff. I don't know whose bullshit story it was or whose gay op it was, but I think for sure that was some type of gay op. I think Andy's probably got some mental stuff going on right now. I haven't seen or heard from him in fucking weeks. And this was just the recent stuff I'd seen on Alex, and even that was, you know, it's kind of, you know, how much stuff can you draw out of this? That night killed Andy's career. I'd say banning half of his chat is kind of what killed his career. That's my opinion. But I mean, neither one was definitely helping it. But it was fun to watch. Why the fuck would anyone send Andy nudes though? That's a good question. Don't know on that one. Nice. That vid you put out a couple. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. But it's interesting to note that it was Canadian on Canadian attack right there. There's apparently 5 We only see 3 in the fight here, but there was a group of 5 guys, is what I heard. Zap's taser. I gotta find that taser spot. Is there a timestamp in the comments somewhere? No. The taser's part is, in my opinion, one of the best parts.
Fuck, buddy. You wanna knock me out? I call the cops on you, motherfucker. Get out of here.
Put it back in the thing.
Hold it.
Pro tip: don't call the cops if you just committed a crime. Andy was hacked by Ian Michaels Chong. Yeah, no, that's totally gay shit.
Just hold something. Yeah. Hold speaker. Yeah, you wanna? Don't do that. Don't do fucker. Hit my fucking
here.
phone on
Okay,
the
good.
floor, motherfucker.
No, but he assaulted me.
Yeah, go. Don't do that. Don't. That's one thing we got, motherfucker.
That part's funny to me. I enjoy watching that part over and over. Let's see. What else? The live chat on. Stu is still on your ass. I would have enjoyed a good helicopter live view. We need to get more people IRL streaming from helicopters apparently. Yeah. All bark, no bite. Yep. Has anyone heard from Failure lately? That's what I gotta know. Has anyone seen anything from Failure? I've seen he did a couple live streams, IRL streams, but you know, for the most part, it really seems like everyone dropped off the map lately. You know, start going into the summertime, and geez, nothing shows up there anymore. Zap. Yeah. Yeah. Don't call the cops if you've committed a crime. I want to know more on this side of things, and you know, maybe we could. I do have Alex's number. I can give Alex a call, see if he can see if he wants to comment on anything. Should I try giving Alex a call, see if he's available, see if he talks about anything? You guys are gonna say yes anyways. You give him a call.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Dispatch. Kitty, I think, got a copyright strike.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Damn it. I was hoping he'd given me an actual number. Alright, well, gave that a shot. Give him a text later, see if he can give a call, do something. But I was hoping, maybe fuck it, give it one more shot.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Dispatch.
The Google subscriber you have called is not a...
Alright, well, gave that a shot. We get the other option too is we can see if Andy's doing okay, check on him, see if he's got anything going on. I'll just kind of check up, see what's going on in the world. Haven't heard from much lately, so why not? Let's go give that a shot. See if he's heard the news. It's up, there it goes. Nope. It just decided to stop calling? Weird. Let me try again. Let's see. Either that or... Oh, there it goes. Give it a second shot. This thing rings forever. Jesus. Seriously, how long can a phone ring for? Damn. Oh, there's the disconnect. Alright, I guess he's busy too. Damn. I was kind of hoping to get some takes on this, kind of see where people were at and see what everyone's up to, but I guess not. That's a shame. But that's about all I really had. All the news that I'd kind of seen. I'll check again real fast. See if anything came up over Twitter. Oh, here's the case number that I was screwing up earlier. Hold on. Apparently I was typing the case number in wrong. So let me pull this up. Let me see if I can get the actual search. So search by case number. And then we'll do a search on this one. Oh, that does pull up an actual case. Well, let me check that. Okay, so hold on. So that case... So, okay, so the way I was told to type it in was... Let's see, how did I type that? 13016010653-CO. Okay. So apparently it helps to type in the case numbers correctly. So let's go and check this out. So here's the actual case on this one. And this case says that it was a, what was it? Delinquent tenant. Oh, and there is a lot here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through these court documents and kind of look on these. So we were looking at -40. I don't know how to read these things or go through these things properly. So we're just gonna have to kind of guess and hope that one of these works properly. Let's see. This would be a January 24th, 2014. Let me move these tabs over so I keep getting them correctly. January 24th, 2014. Emergency motion. Here it is. Let me just save that real fast. And then let's go ahead and, oh wait, we gotta open this in Windows Photo Viewer. Here we go. And let's go ahead and take a closer look on this one. Actually, you know what? Does this have a signature on it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is the actual letter. So we have many crimes against us. Last official document from Jagger was default to aside. My son and I have physical disabilities. Let me pull this up side by side to what I have over here to just verify everything. And over here. Oh, fuck me. Shit, I fucked it up. We've had many crimes against us. Last official document. Notice. My son and I have physical disabilities. Each time dire events occur. Last one. Drugged, tortured, left for dead. Drugged, tortured, left for dead. We have solid evidence. No one will help us because they are afraid for our safety. One scrolls, one doesn't scroll. On December 4th, I arrived home to find my son unconscious, drugged, tortured, left for dead, falsely arrested on November 25th. And typos as they appear here the same. So yeah, this looks to be the same document, both sides. That's weird. That's weird. I thought that, I had heard that there had been some doubt as to the legitimacy of this letter, but looking at this, I downloaded this straight off the court's website now, and I gotta say, it came straight from the courts. Right here. That's the same one. So yeah, that came up. So I gotta say, that letter is legitimate now. Just scroll over to this page. Verify the second page. My son shone a light on corruption and reported a suspicious sheriff. Fed smoker status. Taking down the cops. And it's the same signatures, same dates and everything. Gotta say, this is legit. Looks legitimate to me. Did Alex almost beat a cripple to death? I wouldn't be surprised, apparently. No, I have not heard anything on that one. I hadn't heard anything there. Wow. So that's verification there. Case is real. Let's see. These are in event of date. Are there others? Order denying. What's this one? Let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's look at some of these other documents. Let me see the first page of this. Let's see what the first page says. Motion for stay writ of possession. A verbal agreement was made to pay somebody. However, each time we planned to move, I had friends to help. Dire things happened. I am from Virginia to... Oh, this is really bad handwriting. I'm from Virginia and I moved to help my son move to a safe place. We both have physical disabilities. My son has ongoing psoriasis. No, my son has ongoing crimes committed against him, including falsely arrested, stalking, assault, drugged, tortured, proof. Other info on separate. This is hard to read. Before discovery, the judge's last official decision was to set aside the... Oh, not sure what that one says. Default. Then the notice of hearing was not received in time. We tried to make it. I called the judge and would not... Right? He said he could not induce... God, this is really hard to read. Let me pull it up on a screen closer to myself. Oh, this is a little easier. Other information is a separate shut. Biggest criticism, a safety before discovery. The judge's last official decision was to set aside the defendant, maybe? Then the notice of the hearing was not received in time. We tried to make it, but the judge would not would not wind. He said he could not, I don't know, make a decision. There was a holiday. God, that's hard to read. Jesus. Assuming that's his mom's handwriting. His mom's handwriting is possible to read. Let's go ahead and read this next document, though. Let's see what some of these other ones say. Order denying emergency motion to stay eviction. So apparently they had tried to stay past the eviction date, and the owner of the property said no. That's pretty straightforward. Writ of possession. So let's see. We'll go a little further on along in the timeline. Oh, so this is the end of it. So they denied even after that. Let's see. Complaint. Let's look at the actual complaint. I'm sorry, it was really hard to read that handwriting. I like this type stuff a little bit better. Alright, so Phoenix Life Insurance Company, a New York corporation authorized to do business in Florida, versus Michael Caton. This is an eviction notice. Blah, blah, blah. You need to pay your rent, basically. Defendant owes the plaintiff the sum described in a 3-day notice. Nothing beyond a regular eviction notice here. Okay, so he basically on December 17th, they say he should have been evicted and he wasn't. Affidavit. What's this one? Military service. Let's see what this says. Michael, I, the undersigned, hereby say I am employed by the plaintiff in the above style. Personal knowledge counts defendants active duty. The defendants in this action are not active duty with the military service of the United States. They've served in the capacity for their state of perjury. Blah blah blah. What? I probably should have looked into this one a little bit more. I don't even know what all is going on in here. I'm gonna keep clicking around some random documents real fast, kind of look into this, get a basic judge. Guess this was something, maybe a mistake. Order granting motion to set aside default. God. NPC wanted to ask you about a bot that archives chat logs. Would MongoDB suffice for that? Yes, it would. Let me see. Click on exhibit. Okay. Exhibit. Where does it say that? Ah, okay. Let's click on those. Thanks, chat. You are hereby notified that you are indebted to us in the sum of $947 for the rent and use of the premises above, now occupied by you, that we demand payment of the rent or possession of the premises within 3 days, excluding Saturday, Sunday, and legal holidays. In addition, you also owe late fees as described in your lease agreement. All fees and rent will only be accepted in the form of money or cashier's check. So he owed nearly $1,000 on his place and was evicted. Let me see what the other exhibits say. Go and pull up the other one. Oh, this is a big one. This looks like just more stuff. That's the location, the lease terms. And ends midnight the 1st of December. This looks like just regular lease agreement stuff. Termination of the lease. Rent and charges. So this was $771. Prorated rent. So they discounted the rent down to $745 for the remainder of the month. So it looks like he may have gotten an extension. And then come over to here. I'm just taking some quick guesses because I don't know. I haven't looked into this fully, so I don't know the full story here. And then the amount of debt is described. The plaintiff. The debt described to be valid. Blah, blah, blah. Written requests. This is an attempt to collect the debt. So I guess they'd made attempts. They'd prorated the rent. Stuff like that. And it took all the way until January 27th, it looks like. Huh. So what was the outcome of this? Writ of possession. What does this say? Let's take a look at this one. Blah, blah, blah. By placing the plaintiff in possession of described property, property left in possession, tenant was given until noon today to have remainder of belongings out per management. Fee, $90. So it looks like he finally left near January 24th, 2014. So it basically looks like he just got evicted from this place previously. Interesting little history there. Apparently, place that he'd been drugged and raped before. I mean, what did it say? What did it say right here? I arrived home to find my son unconscious, drugged, tortured, and left for dead. Interesting. What the fuck would have happened? That's weird. That is fucking weird. Weird, weird, weird. don't know too much more there. I'm gonna go back to Twitter. Someone was sending me this type of stuff. These aren't funny. Pull up the eviction. It has tons of documents. God, it does. Notice of hearing. I'm gonna just continue going through some of these. You are hereby notified for the 17th of January for the hearing. So that's just a notice. Apparently I suck at pulling these up on my own. What are the others? Oh wait, plaintiff's pet's proposal. I'll look at that one next. Oh boy, solid handwriting. Notion to evict, stating that my son did not send any response. I personally marked the response. I personally mailed the response to Mr. Baird and a copy to whoever. I also put a copy in the Dropbox. My son and I have physical disabilities. Stonegate made a verbal agreement to allow my son to occupy the apartment at a prorated month-to-month rate of $745. We saw that earlier. There were no end dates or due dates, as the number of days was always a variable. I told them that the 10th of December was the earliest and was after the illegal amount of my son. On December 9th, a 3-day notice was slipped through the door. We have both here. Oh man, this is hard to read. Something disabilities. So I guess again, I don't know much about the disabilities here. Dropped his rent, so they prorated his rent to $771 instead of $947. This was not allowed. He also requested at least one day that the 2 maintenance guys who broke in be off premises to make the place safer, not have any work secured. This was denied. However, at no time was a deadline given or any mention of a lawsuit or late payment. And here's a signature. Please advise how to proceed since I have to come back here. So someone is in the apartment and have to pay bail, which should not have been. And Stonegate employees don't know. ID. I cannot pay at this time. I expected to be paying $300 for 10 days. I have had to spend the last 3 days in bed due to my disabilities. Now that cost is $947. So weird. So they're saying they were evicted. They got a prorated amount for a certain amount of time. It was all a verbal agreement. They can't get out of bed because they have physical disabilities. Stuff was stolen. And there's a signature. And there's the other signature. The first name looks okay, but the last name looks a little off possibly. The C matches up, A matches up, the T matches up, and the O and the N, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'd say that signature matches. Is there a Michael signature anywhere? And this was January 6th. Interesting stuff. Let's see. Pull the cover on the cover page. The judge was like, "You're homeless and crazy." Oh. Pull up this document, tenant on 12/17 on the cover sheet. Okay, let me see the cover sheet. Okay, the civil cover sheet. Let's see. Nothing too good here. Not seeing much here. Maybe gotta look on something else. Let's see. Exhibit. What are you saying to look at? Court case. Delinquent. Location section 40. Case number. Did you pull up the court registers on the cover page? This was the cover page. What am I missing? What am I missing here? I don't see. Huh. Well, if you update, I will see. Let me see the chat saying real fast. Let me hop back over to here. Objection, Your Honor. Hold on. Let me let chat catch up. Let's see. Disability is autism. Probably. $947. How much is that? It's I don't know. Probably about 300 super chats. Not too many. Is this all Alex? This is all Alex. All the same person. We're just looking through some of the Florida's documents. And Richard Murdoch, think is streaming. Something unrelated. 10-4, thanks Zug Zug. Alright. Alex's dad is an alligator in the park. Okay. What were Alex's priors? Okay, I can show you guys that real fast again. We'll do this. Do new tab right here. Oh, wait. I accidentally clicked the wrong mouse button. Let's see, do a search. All record search. Last name Caton, first name Michael. 11/11/88. Search. So the priors were a unlawful speed, a felony criminal mischief, a domestic stalking that he was going on someone else, driving under the influence, and 3 counts of felony assault, 1 count of simple assault. You want me to scream the N-word for you, Zug Zug, for $20 Danish. Nigger! There you go, Zug Zug. I don't know how much $20 Danish is worth, but it's blue, so there you go. What the fuck is a DKK? I think it's a Danish dollar. I don't know what its value is in American dollars. Alex didn't get a high score. Check out the stalking charge. Okay, so we'll look at that one again. Again, this one, so this isn't Alex stalking. This is Alex saying somebody was stalking him, and he was trying to get it. So petitioner, so I think it would be against a Robert S. Palmaseno. Date of birth 3/3/1984. So a non-waiver return hearing. Stop reloading the page. Order setting hearing on petition without issuance. The civil cover sheet, the information sheet. On June 6th, domestic injunction, stalking. Setting the hearing, affidavit of non-service. Petition to the sheriff. Again, nothing really seems to have come out of this. Doesn't seem like anything was solid. There's no documents to look at. There's no claims. There's no letters. Nothing's attached. So it's kind of empty. Kind of can't get anything out of this unless I'm not using the court searching system correctly. But I'm guessing this is pertaining to the torturing and drugging of him. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that also. But there's not too much on it. Maybe a very jealous ex-boyfriend. Yeah, it sounds like some weird stuff. I think said the property management was stalking him. How does your own property management stalk you? You mean they were asking for the money for their rent? If that counts as stalking you, God, I've been stalked by multiple places now. But maybe that's why the charges didn't go through. Was not hard enough of an R. Sorry. I thought the assault was the Miami stuff. The assault was from the Stay Back Aim clip. This one. This clip. This is when the assault happened.
Knock the fuck out! Fuck you!
Back off! Back off! You're ready.
Fuck you!
Enough.
Get
away!
You want this
Get
shove,
away.
man? Hit me with it, motherfucker!
Get away!
Hit me with it! Alex.
Back the fuck off! Back the fuck off! Back the fuck off! Just do it. All right, go ahead.
Just in case you can't get enough of that one.
Back off! Back off! Back the fuck off! Back the fuck off! Back the fuck off! Back the fuck off!
Guy, you want to knock the fuck out?
I always have a few good laughs there. Isn't Paul Messino the same name on the eviction notice? That's a good question. Where is the eviction notice? Do I still have that open? Charles Barrett III. Charles Barrett III. That was the eviction notice. And over on this one, Stonegate Apartments. Julia Caton. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that name before. Not on any of the documents I have pulled up right now. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who this is. I mean, maybe a simple Google search will pull it up. This doesn't tell me much. There's always white pages. There's a lot more of these than I expected. Robert S. US Highway 19 in Palm Harbor, Florida. What was it? It was Robert S. Paulus. Robert S. This one? Landlords. Oh, well, this is something different. Seems possible. I'm assuming his gun privileges are gone now. Well, since they're not pursuing charges, possibly not. Possibly not. Did this drop out for a second? I don't know. Can't tell. Paulson. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know the story behind this one. Do not know the full story behind that. You're saying TGF. Not convicted, and it's Florida. Good chance he's a loose cannon. I don't know if you're talking about Alex or Robert. Probably Alex, though. Out of all of them, Failure was the only one ready to fight. I agree. Failure did seem like he was ready to fight up until the punches started coming out, and then it seemed like Failure was not ready to fight. So, Alex is one lucky motherfucker? Hell yes. Do you have burbs? I do not have burbs. I don't have any pets. Good. Andy can borrow Andy's gun for a suicide stream. Oh, dear God. I bet that guy is the on-site landlord. I think so, too. That would make sense to me. Probably the on-site landlord. So to try and get stalking charges from your landlord, kind of weird. Don't know how that would work. On screen it says you donated $149. Oh yeah, I forgot that ticker. Probably because it didn't convert correctly. What was it? Was it like $15 equivalent? Did it just miss a zero? I can't really say. Can you search for Robert? Search what for Robert on which day? Failure was defending himself against 3 guys. True. Paul Messino would be early 30s. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're right. The date of birth. My bad. I just did a quick search, so wasn't looking too in depth there on that guy. Landlords rise up. Oh, that's. I mean, I guess apparently they might have, because they sued him and evicted him, and I guess they won. And the only other ones, I mean, we look at the traffic infraction, the unlawful speed, see how fast he was going here. Oh, it doesn't say. $256. Blah, blah, blah. Went to traffic school. Doesn't quite tell you, doesn't quite say how much it was for, like how far over. The page randomly reloads itself and like scrolls to the top. It's annoying. But yeah, the disposition was he had to go to a defensive driving school. But yeah, other than that, the DUI, felony mischief, which has equally as little information on it, other than he had a psychological examination. He was probably deemed sane, I'm guessing. Does it say what the disposition was? Probation for 1 year, had to pay restitution, and if he violates, it gets reopened. Stupid thing reloads. I don't know exactly what the criminal mischief was. I would like to know more on this one though. This one sounds interesting. Who's this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much extra details on this one either. That night was Canada versus Canada on American ground, and everyone is seemingly getting off funny, isn't it? That is true. Failure was the only one standing his ground. Let me see what this says. Lucky. Pull that up. Oh, well that worked. So record removal, but there's a mugshot. Domestic battery. So this guy's got battery on his record. So maybe the claim of a place run by ex-felons. I mean, can you really be an ex-felon? Or like, once you're a felon, aren't you always a felon? Or can you really become an ex-felon? I guess unless you keep on committing felonies, then you're just a repeating felon. But yeah, I guess this guy, that would speak to the claims of a management run by ex-felons. Where is it over here? Residents who are known felons and non-residents who are also known felons, and maintenance staff are all involved, yet none of them have been arrested. All interesting stuff, but not getting any answers here. You can become an ex-felon. Does it count? Do you become an ex-felon when you when you get it expunged from your record? Is that what it is? Expunged? Okay. That would make you ex-felon. Current felon. What is Ralph? It's an ex-convict. Yeah. All good and interesting discussions by somebody who has zero legal qualifications in their life. I am literally just an armchair lawyer here. Just reading through and not knowing anything about the law after you get it expunged. That would make sense though. That would probably count as being an ex-felon. But domestic battery, that means you're basically beating somebody who you're living with. Doesn't have to be a significant other, but it does have to be somebody you live with. I do believe in most places too, if they're like marks when cops are called, they basically they have to take you for domestic battery or domestic violence. I believe in California, I know for sure in California that's the case, but I don't know about domestic battery, how that's different than domestic violence. Don't know. Find a nice woman to pay pig to. Practicing felon. Is it practicing because you need to get it correct? I mean, you're only a felon if you get caught, technically. You can commit felonies, but not get caught. I'm an ex-felon, it really sucks. Yeah, I would imagine it'd be a little difficult to get, like, jobs. I mean, you could always go on YouTube and try streaming stuff. That works for some ex-felons. Just saying. Let's see, what else we got? What else you guys saying? Yeah, well, he's gonna go on to DLive and talk to 400 people tonight, so yeah, he's doing fine, guys. Call Gator. I don't have Gator's number. That'd be funny though. Don't have his number though. Everything is legal if you don't get caught. Technically, it's still illegal. You just didn't get caught. Domestic violence is more often toward male and female. They normally throw battery when it's men, with two men within the setting. That would make sense, I think. So is battery a harsher, or is it just a different way of saying it? Well, I don't know what the difference is. We could look it up. Say domestic battery versus violence, and we'd see. Just watch. Now I'm gonna get advertisements for domestic battery lawyers in your area. Whatever. This doesn't help me. Misdemeanor domestic violence law. Domestic battery penal code. Domestic battery is referred to as spousal battery, and spousal assault is a charge under California Penal Code. Misdemeanor offense. So technically not a felon then if it's a misdemeanor, but this is California, not Florida. But that's because Google searches by your area no matter what you do. and I was too lazy to hop on a Florida VPN. Huh, okay. Interesting. Not curious. Look, I tried calling a victim last time of, somebody who was related to a victim, and well, I guess I should just play this when this is what you guys missed out on the other day. For those who know about the shooting that happened the other day, I'll play this real fast. You guys missed out on this gold nugget. Hello. Hi.
Hello?
Hi, you've reached Jason Lunsford.
Oh, no, I had a missed call from this phone.
Oh,
So that's why.
sorry about that. Are you married to Dewan?
Who's that?
Jason Lunsford, as I just said.
Uh-huh. But, why are you calling me anyway?
I was given your number and asked if I could ask you that. Just to give some context here, I had called this number earlier in the day. It was what I had assumed was the wife of the shooter, and was going to ask if there was any information there as a reporter, basically, on behalf of Bitwave Media. She called me back maybe an hour or two later, and this was the phone call from the call back.
I'm not married to anybody. I'm not married to anybody. I'm divorced.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure you've heard some of the recent news. I was curious if you had any comments or thoughts about it.
No. I don't even know what's happened.
Oh.
I didn't watch any news or what's happened.
Oh, it's been alleged that Dewan had been fired from his job and had gone back earlier today and shot 11 people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, and I was married to Dwayne.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry about that.
Yes, and I was married to Dwayne. Yes. So I don't know if this is the same person.
Yeah, it would be the same, the Dwayne. I hope I'm not the first one to tell you this, but Dwayne is dead. And I'm sorry for your loss there. I just was curious if you had known any information as to if you'd planned it ahead of time. But I appreciate this. I'm sorry to bother you in any sense there, and if you had any comments or anything that you might know. It's just it's a confusing thing for everybody, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I can't talk to you right now.
No worries. I'm sorry to bother you. So, informing people of their dead relatives, clearly not a strength of mine to any extent. Gonna have to work on that one a little bit, I think. But Dwayne is dead. So, that's kind of some of the shit that I get into on the side when I'm just doing random stuff. But yeah, beyond that, not too much has happened recently. I'm sorry, I know it's a fucked up situation, but it's stone cold way. Oh, I'm terrible, I know. I'm sorry. Anyways, that was about all the news I really had for you guys. You've done good. But anyways, hopefully you guys got a couple laughs out of this, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit to bad delivery. Yes, that was definitely bad delivery. But hopefully you guys got some laughs out of this one. Hopefully you learned a couple things. I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't want to take up too much time, and I got some shit I gotta get back to anyways. But if you guys if anything else comes out from this one, I'm sure over the next couple days, now that the case is kind of wrapping up and coming to a close, I'm sure more information will come out. I'm sure Alex will do stuff, talk about stuff to any extent, and someone's gonna try and get a little bit of interest out of it where they can. But this is basically all I got for you today. All I had prepared. So appreciate you guys stopping by, coming out, hanging out, having some laughs and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I guess the end of the results was basically that nothing's happening. So that's basically it. Don't really have much else to say, but other than that, bitwave.tv, it's still a thing. It's still there. It's going great. We have a lot of fun over there. That call happened over there when I just decided to pick up that news story. As much as I want to try and call that a news story. So go ahead and stop on over there if you guys ever want to hang out and see some of the shit I do over there, some of the shit I get up to. But other than that, I'm going to end the stream over on YouTube and get back to fixing the bugs over on Bitwave, because I should probably do those eventually. So thanks for stopping by. Big fat nothing, brother. Yes, I'm sorry, Zug Zug. It was basically a big load of nothing, but I had to at least let you guys know what the outcomes were. So appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll play you guys out. Thanks for stopping by. Check out bitwave.tv.
A place where we undigitize. We'll stand face to face, become humanized. Ready to shut down, fade into the sound. Bleeding in, we whisper our countdown. We've crossed over the borderline this time. Leaving this place as our worlds are realigned. We drift into euphoria. Let's unplug from here, mental redesign. Memories disintegrate. We stare eye to eye, connect mind to mind. Reclaim the diamond, love is amplified. All the systems shutting down, and lost beneath the sound. We're leaning in and whisper our countdown. We've crossed over the borderline this time. Leaving this place as the world's all realigned. We drift into euphoria. Everything shut down.